I'm not streaming Pac-Man. Creative update. Alright, so it's working now? Yay! I have no idea what just happened. No clue whatsoever. Fantastic. That's good news. Whew, I was in panic mode. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what's wrong. My stream on my end was still showing me connected, but it came offline. Or not came offline. I had to reboot it, and then I guess that worked. Let's see. So, alright, so it looks like some people are still not getting me. It shows me live right now. Hands. Should see my hand. Sweet. Alright, and I definitely should not be saying I'm playing Pac-Man. I'm not playing Pac-Man. I don't know why Elgato HD Capture does that. I've got it set up to show or to say that I'm streaming into Creative, and it's saying I'm streaming Pac-Man every time. So I have to manually update it. That's a pain in my butt. So anyway, while we're doing that, I'm going to get back to dropping the base coats on this. And again, this is just, I'm using Craven. It's a Minotaur paint that works pretty well. Yeah, it's good for yellow. And I had not planned to do any airbrushing today, but Doug asked me, and then we had some people show up, so I'll keep on keeping on. Yeah, dude. So I'm on a MacBook, and they advertise this thing as actually working with Mac. It does, but if you notice, like, my overlays are pretty basic. I don't have any like chat things displaying or follow me buttons or any of that stuff. They essentially have all but stopped supporting the Mac. They say they're going to, but they're not. They haven't updated the software, so PC's on like 3.5, Mac's on 2.6 or some crap, so I can't use Streamlabs or any of that. I use it on my PC when I'm streaming video games, but it won't work on my Mac. Had I known that ahead of time, I would have looked into a different capture card. I didn't know because I just started streaming a few weeks ago. I'm very, very new at it. As you can tell, anyway, as you can tell, I'm relatively new to even doing the painting on camera. Sometimes the angles aren't right. I'm learning, you know. So like I said, if I had realized that capture card was going to be Buster, I would have gotten a different one. If you have any suggestions for capture card that will work with OBS and a Mac, I am all for that. I'm using an external instead of an internal because I have the MacBook to do all my video editing. Like, I've got Final Cut Pro and all of that, and I wanted to be able to do all my video stuff on the same platform, you know? So, anyway, I think we've got most of the load points. Let's flip this around and hold the gun. Yeah, I found one that says it will work, but I just got the Elgato, so I'm going to use it for now, and I'm going to grow the channel as best I can, and as it starts to perform better or grow, then I'll buy more stuff. So the external game capture I have, if I even attempt to do the OBS thing, I have to do it as a window capture, and then the quality goes to shit, to be honest with you. Using a little profanity here, which starts really, it's frustrating, you know. I want you guys to not see jerky movements and stuff like that. So, yep. Anyway, I think just about got all the yellow where we need the yellow, or at least this color yellow. I think we're about to flip it over and come with the bile from the top. Hang on. Gotta clean the dry tip and actually, it's dumb. OBS won't actually pick up the Elgato. Only the game capture will, which is dumb, and it's because of the way it works. It's stupid. But I'll definitely hit you up and send you a message and see if you can point me in the right direction or give me some aid, because OBS would definitely let me take the stream features to the next level, which would be great. Alright, man, take it easy. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for bearing with me while I was troubleshooting what was going on. I appreciate it. So, what we're doing here, Doug, if you're still paying attention, I will do, man. Thank you. I'm basically kind of trying to go over where I appreciated, and we're using the our first layer and catching that, and I'm leaving a little bit of white exposed so that I can hit it with the highlight. So, let's see here. We're going to catch the middle of the wings. And as you can see, the craven over the brown creates like a brown-yellow color, which is very nice. That's what we're looking for. And then right next to it, it just creates a yellow. So it works out very well. We're going to catch the sides here. And I think we're about ready to switch over to the next color. That's one benefit of airbrushing. If you miss a color or miss something, you can always just go back and fix it later. Yeah. So basically what I'm doing right now is going over the side I didn't go over, because we had a bunch of people hop into the chat. I figured I would finish at least getting some of the colors down on the model. So Craven was the first color I put down. We left some high points so that the other color shows through a little bit better. Basically trying to like work smarter, not harder, and it's going to give you more of a gradient. So we're going to do kind of the same thing on the right side we did on the left side earlier. And we're going to hit it at an angle and try and hit the white spots with the next color. And I'm going to be trying to catch this top edge right here. So you get a little bit of a gradient. So that's what we're going for. We're going to come down over here. There we go. And we're going to come down here. And just base coating. Can't really screw this up so long as you go back and forth and don't really just bear down on the same spot for too long. Don't want to pool. Don't want to pool. Alright, there I'm just going down the top high points. And now let's go ahead and let's grab these wings here. I had to move the mic when I was troubleshooting, so you guys may be actually hearing a lot more of the airbrush than you may be accustomed to. Okay, we're going to come down crossing these high points. We want to create that gradient and make sure that it's not just blowing out too much darkness. And there's other ways to do this if I wasn't doing it impromptu. And Bob, you were asking earlier. Now I can actually show you. Ooh, don't wobble too much, Mom. All right. Let me see if we can get the... All right, Bob. That is dry tip. So there's yellow all on the needle, so I'm going to have to pull that off. It was starting to affect the flow, and there's a risk that that chunk of paint might fly off and land on the model, and that we do not want. Boop. Okay. And I'm spraying the back of my hand, make sure paint's coming out properly, no chunks, something like that. Let's go over here on the other wing. Get the high points. We're going to come back later and mask off that black and fix it. I had it ready to mask off last time, and then I caught the model with some overspray and just then started doing this impromptu thing. And again, trying to catch the high point of this right here. So I get the nice little gradient. And I think we've gotten just about most of the model. I don't think we've got too much I may have missed, but we'll give it a nice once over, make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see here. Let's get the bottom of this wing down here a little bit. I feel like that might get hit with the light down here a little bit. And I approach this kind of like I do spray painting. I kind of spray off the model and pull in, especially when I'm trying to get a specific edge. I think we're probably pretty decent. Let's just get the high point to the front of the wing here. And then that blackness probably might have to do some weathering behind the engine there, where the blackness is. We'll see. We'll see. Cool. Let's get the front here. Let's make sure the nose has got the yellow color it needs. I think. Yeah, airbrushing is for scrubs. I think we're pretty good. I can definitely show you, like, there's some spots here where it's reacting with the Minotaur a little bit, the ghost tint, so it's going to create some imperfections in the paint, but that's okay, because if you're trying to weather it, which, I mean, we're playing Warhammer 40k, so our models aren't going to be pristine all the time. It's alright if there's imperfections, as long as you are going to capitalize on those and use them. So, where I would go after this is actually, where's my thing? There it is, sorry. I would start weathering this guy up, probably, because it's really easy to do, and then start masking off things later on to work on. In particular, like the engine caps here, probably mask that off, and then spray them, or mask off around it, and then spray them black, and do the next things I need to do. You can also do preliminary battle damage and stuff like that, which I'll show you. Get this airbrush clean. I'm going to switch colors here and show you guys some easy stuff. So if you find some spots where you weren't perfect or the paint went on wonky, it's a very Bob Ross approach to just be like, you know, we don't make mistakes, we have happy little accidents. And that is exactly how I would approach this. Let me move my mic here. Okay. So let's find some black paints real fast. This is also just Minotaur, and what we're going to do is we're going to do some scorching streaks. Super easy. If you don't have an airbrush, this is one of the things that will make your life easier once you decide to get one. Turn PSI down just a smidge. Alright. So what we're going to do is kind of look at the model and figure out where we want to make it look like damage happens. So right now I'm pretty OCD, so one of the things I'm not happy about is this wing right here. There's just, you might not be able to tell on the camera, but there's some imperfections in the paint I don't like. So we're going to focus in a little bit of weathering. So we're going to kind of spray a little bit of black down and drag it back. So a little bit of black, drag it, and start to really intensify the front. and you start to have like a little bit of a scorch. You come over to like one of the wings up here, a bit of black down, drag it back. I'm not getting dry tip, we'd be alright. We do one over here, and we'll just put like a little circle, drag it out. So, looks like you've had like a... It would help if I was on the camera, right? So, we're adding in like scorch marks, like a flack hit it, a little bit of flack here. Let me get this dry tip off real fast. You can do the same thing up on like the side here. I'll see if I can actually keep this in camera for you guys. Just do a little bit of black right there, and then whoop, drag it back. So just kind of adding like little scorch marks, like some type of flack went off, what like that. Yep, happy little accidents. There we go. Yeah, I mean, it's 40K, so in my opinion, your, whoops,